3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Common Sense and Random Shit Show.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, TGIS. Yes, for me, because I work today. But only till 3 o'clock, and then I'm free. Fernando Rivera Jr. here, your friendly neighborhood conservative ex-convict. Yes, this guy with the common sense and random shit show. Because it is what it is. As I always say, streaming on 3. I'm always amped up. I'm streaming on X, formerly Twitter, YouTube, ScrewTube, and Rumble. If you don't have Rumble, download it. Great app to have. Owned and run by conservatives. No censorship, no bullshit. You know how it is. Yeah, finally, I'm been using the headphones, even though I'm not a big headphone guy, because I like to hear what the hell's going on in my surroundings. Because I get deliveries here at this restaurant, here and there. And I want to hear when they try to come in because I'm scared the shit out of me. Anyway, fair warning, I'll probably be cussing here and there. What's going on this week? Well, a lot. A lot's always going on. But in the media, you know, you literally have two factions. You have your media who's conservative and common sense and speak the truth and say how it is. Then you have the wrong, as I say. I don't call them the left, because if you're not right, you're wrong. And most of them on the wrong are wrong about everything. And downright evil. Let's be real here, you know what I'm saying? Case in point, Nancy Mace. This is a video, I believe, posted by Davari, one of the guys I like to follow a lot. So, you know, breaking news. This is not the place. But if you haven't heard it, I guess it's breaking to you. But if you want to follow someone who actually has a lot more intelligence than I do, because, you know, genius I'm not. I have common sense. Subscribe to Davari Darkins. He's going on throughout the day, posting stuff, gives you both sides, lets you decide, even though he's conservative, admittedly, ex-military guy. Great guy to follow, get notified. Like I said, a lot smarter than me. But, you know, you'll get more breaking news from him. Trust me, I wish I could do breaking news all day, but I got to work. I got 3 part-time jobs, got to survive. And if I was making money out of this, trust me, I'd be here throughout the day. I get the same notifications they all do, Ground News, Daily Wire, Washington Post, all that shit. It is what it is. Like I was saying, Nancy Mace. I don't know, just saying.
Democratic leadership have actually warned Americans that the National Guard that had been put in place since August in cities like Chicago and Washington, D.C. and L.A., where crime has gone way down since doing so, that they could potentially get upset or stressed out and just start shooting Americans. These are volunteers that decided to put their lives on the line to protect Americans, and in order to give cops the ability to actually focus on other crimes. So they were there to help, to serve, and protect. Democrats are actually driving the narrative that is inspiring people like this monster who shot these two National Guard members.
Well, and it's also Democrats that inspired the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
Absolutely.
No less, right? We saw Democrats and the left celebrating his assassination, his political murder, all across the country. We had professors, teachers in schools all across the nation who were celebrating political assassination get fired from their jobs because of that. We've seen the increase of shooting on cops throughout the country because of defunding the police by the left, because of the rhetoric of the left. We've seen ICE agents attacked, even attacked by our own members of Congress. chaos on the left side of the aisle due to the rhetoric, and no one is being held accountable for any of it. But I know that under Donald Trump, under his presidency and his administration, they are getting after it. And for all those elected officials that believe in sedition, you people in the Democrat Party who are the first ones to say Republicans are a threat to democracy, you are the ones literally telling soldiers to break the law because you don't like President Trump.
Yeah.
Well, I hope he comes after you with everything he has.
I get that people have the right to speak. They have the freedom of speech. But when it's speech that invokes hate, that's a hate crime as far as I'm concerned. The FBI, meantime, and the Justice Department are expanding their inquiry into a controversial video from 6 Democratic lawmakers. And in it, they urge military and intelligence personnel to refuse unspecified, what they call illegal orders. These are the Democrats in question, 2 senators and 4 congresspeople. As a former Navy pilot, he should know better. Senator Mark Kelly is the only one still under Pentagon jurisdiction. He says he stands by his comments in the video. And here's another one of those Dems, Pennsylvania Congressman Chris Deluzio.
Do you plan on cooperating?
I'm not planning to sit down for a voluntary interview, no.
Oh, why not?
Well, look, everyone in this country has a right to refuse to do that, and I think this is a clear attempt to intimidate us.
Deluzio is delusional. First of all, to interfere in the military and their operations, that, quite frankly, is treason. And to call it illegal when the president has ordered as such is false. So, I mean, there are lies and there's interception. It would be, as far as I'm concerned, the equivalent of somebody aiding and abetting a criminal who was arrested for an awful crime. If you're aiding and abetting, then you therefore are charged with a crime. Why do Democrats believe that they're above the law?
Oh, they absolutely believe they're above law. And the irony in the statement that you just aired there, he said this is an act of intimidation to try to interview him. It's literally an act of intimidation of our troops by telling them to break the law. And I agree with President Trump on this. This is treason. This is sedition. And those individuals in the Democrat Party, they are not above the law. And I hope that the president and his administration will prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law, wherever that may lead, and that people have to go to jail for this sort of thing.
You know what's funny? Yeah, that was a little long. I got to try to cut these videos, but I don't want you to miss anything. I had like 3 viewers and then 1. Hi, Michelle. I'm probably the only one still watching me and myself. I guess they don't count me that I'm watching. It is what it is. Whatever. I'm not for everyone. Remember, folks, I'm not here to try to break some news or morning bad news to make anyone miserable. I'm here to try to entertain you, but at the same time, I'm going to post what's going on, current events, talk shit. Make fun of it, poke fun of it, talk shit. Did I say that? Yeah, I did. It is what it is. These people are crazy. Trump says it all the time. And I'm going to say it. They're crazy. Because if you have common sense, you hear this stuff and you're like, yeah, I don't think so, buddy. Just saying. Anyway, next video. Make sure I get this right. Newsmax. I don't even know who this guy is. I haven't watched Newsmax in a while, but this is interesting.
President Trump sending a lengthy Thanksgiving message to all Americans, including Democrats, who we can thank for so many problems our country was left with after 4 years of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. The president started by giving a shout out to the citizens and patriots who have been so nice in allowing our country to be divided, disrupted, carved up, murdered, beaten, mugged, and laughed at, along with certain other foolish countries throughout the world for being politically correct and just plain stupid when it comes to immigration. And President Trump couldn't be more spot on correct. The idiocy of the Biden-Harris immigration plan, basically abandoning the rules and procedures that helped ensure we weren't allowing hardened criminals refuge here in the States, has contributed dramatically and tragically to crimes against law-abiding Americans, including murders, rapes, and sexual assaults against children. Not to mention an influx of gang members dealing drugs and carrying out assaults and robberies, along with foreign nationals given sanctuary, despite a severe lack of vetting to determine if these were actually people we could trust, who truly deserved the warm welcomes and vast opportunities this country provides. It was that lack of vetting that led to 2 American heroes being shot in D.C. Wednesday. 2 National Guard soldiers who willingly sacrificed a chance to spend Thanksgiving at home with their families, volunteering to instead serve their country during the holidays and to do their part to help keep the streets of our nation's capital safer. And thanks to their heroism and patriotism, one of those guardsmen, 24-year-old U.S. Air Force Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf, is fighting for his life, and the other, 20-year-old U.S. Army Specialist Sarah Beckstrom, is dead. And yes, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have blood on their hands for so many violent crimes committed by the illegals they allowed into America, and for prioritizing the citizens of Afghanistan over the citizens of America.
Who's going to argue with that? You know, if you ever watch both, you know, you watch the liberal media, you know, the wrong, then you watch the right-leaning media, most people who love the country, not people who hate Trump, TDS, or hate America. I mean, you could tell the difference. You could tell the difference. You watch conservative media, it's country first, love America, love our troops, love our law enforcement. The other side, Gestapo, Hitler, fuck this, fuck that. That's all it's all about. And yeah, Biden, the auto pen, this is going to be the shit.
You're watching Live Now. I'm Austin Westfall. Some breaking news we're hearing out of the White House. President Trump saying that he is effectively terminating anything that was signed via auto pen under the Joe Biden administration. He just sent this out on Truth Social. I'll read it verbatim. Any document signed by Sleepy Joe Biden with the auto pen, which was approximately 92% of them, is hereby terminated and of no further force or effect. The auto pen is not allowed to be used if approval is not specifically given by the President of the United States. The radical left lunatics circling Biden around the beautiful Resolute desk in the Oval Office took the presidency away from him. I am hereby canceling all executive orders and anything else that was not directly signed by crooked Joe Biden, because the people who operated the auto pen did so illegally, the president says. Joe Biden was not involved in the auto pen process, and if he says he was, he will be brought up on charges of perjury. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Trump says. So, Trump claiming that 92% of the documents signed during Biden's presidency were done so with an auto pen device. It's unclear who will validate the signatures, by the way. That is something that remains unclear today, and it's something that we will continue to track. And we'll let you know here on Live Now if President Trump sends out any more social media posts. This is a developing story. It's likely that at some point throughout the next few days, there will be more updates on this and perhaps give us some more clarity about what exactly may be terminated as a result of this post by the president.
Am I the only one that could hear it in this guy's voice? He didn't like reading that. It may be just me, because, you know, as I said before, Fox isn't perfect. There are some on there that are anti-America. There are, you know, you could tell. I don't know. He wasn't too enthusiastic about that. Not like any real conservative that loves this country. That'd be like, they'd be reading the shit out that shit, and then voicing their opinions. This guy's like, well, you know. You already know. Biden, the genius, running around everyone. Did you see the Christmas tree lighting? Thanks, Creator Warp. Just saying.
You know the thing, he's lost again. He's sleepy and senile and shits his pants. Welcome to Uncle Joe's greatest hits.
Well, no one knows how to kick off the holiday season right like the former sleeper-in-chief, Captain Cognitive Decline himself, Joseph Robinette Biden. Today we have Joey at his holiday tree lighting, and it's a classic, folks. So get ready to laugh off some of that turkey you gobbled down yesterday. Hit that like and subscribe to support our work, and let's get on with the show.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas. This Christmas tree lighting.
Oh, nope, it's not that.
Is one of my wife Jill's favorite events. so she truly regrets not being here tonight. She's on an international trip in Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, and Sicily.
Where the hell is that?
It's in order to promote women's health research. She sends her best wishes to all of you on behalf of Kamal and Doug. All right, Kamal and Doug. There you go. Welcome on behalf of them, welcome to the National Christmas Tree Lighting.
He's perfectly healthy.
Many of us will sing, "Oh Holy Night." Phrase in our song is
that Mexican music?
Tonight, they'll help light this beautiful tree. Mickey, will you start the countdown?
All right, y'all, let's count down together, people. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He's special.
Creator Warp, I swear to God. They're funny. I like posting their stuff. They're good. This was the guy who approved, supposedly, all the auto pen signatures. This was the guy who won the 2020 election unanimously and won, what, 70 million? What was it? How many more votes than anyone in history? The guy who was running around people healthy as shit. Yeah, just saying. Anyway, Somalia. What's going on over there? Just saying.
And it's not just migrants and illegals that are getting our taxpayer dollars, right? And threatening our democracy. The City Journal report revealing a bombshell investigative report that the largest funder of the Somalia-based Al-Shabaab ISIS-linked terror group is the Minnesota taxpayer. Again, we're talking about tens of millions of dollars here. And of course, a threat to our national security. As a result, Trump is now ordering that Somali green cards, along with green cards issued to 18 other countries of concern, be re-examined.
What do the Somalians have to do with this Afghan guy who shot the national?
Nothing, but Somalians, of course, a lot of trouble. They're ripping us off for a lot of money. There's a tremendous amount of money going back to Somalia. What the hell are we paying money to Somalia for? But they're ripping off our country at a level that few people have been able to see before.
The Trump administration has also now terminated the temporary protected status for 353,000 Haitian migrants who must return to their home by February 3rd. The Department of Homeland Security also announcing that it is, quote, "We are reviewing all asylum cases approved under the Biden administration which failed to properly screen large-scale asylum applications." The president also announcing that all federal subsidies for non-citizens will also be halted. Trump concluding that reverse migration is now the only course of action to right all of these wrongs. To all of you who say this is too extreme, how dare you? I say this to President Trump. Thank you. And it's about time.
You see what I'm talking about? The difference between a conservative, someone who loves this country, reading something that Trump is doing, no matter what anyone thinks. She's like, yeah, thank you. Fuck yeah. What else do I got to say? You can tell who loves this country. Apparently they don't. They're wrong. As I always say, if they're not right, they're wrong. Because it is what it is. You guys drink coffee? I'm a big coffee drinker. I drink coffee like crazy. You know, at Black Rifle, they don't pay me. But I saw this new video, and I figure I'd share it. Whatever. I don't care. They're not sponsoring me anyway, shape, or form. But still, this video is cool as shit. I just had to share it. And they have some kind of special Black Friday continue. I just checked this morning. It's still on. Maybe they'll cut it off today. I don't know. Still, Americans, patriots, the owners, two-way advocates. And this is pretty interesting. I thought it was pretty cool. Check it out. And kind of.
The rebels are coming.
What? Stand down! You're outnumbered! Oh dear.
Morning sunshines! Fight back, White
Hello, Georgie.
Sorry, I'm late.
This coffee is revolutionary.
This is the common sense and random shit show. I'm just pulling shit out of freaking left field. What does it have to do with the price of rice in China? Nothing. I just thought I'd share that. Yeah. Just saying. Anyway, Sevati, as usual, then I got my take on it. Check it out.
But look at what I've inherited and what I've done.
This video was recorded by a man as he and his countrymen clung desperately to the side of the cargo plane as it was taking off. And this is the scene inside the U.S. cargo plane. 640 people packed on board for the 3-hour flight to Qatar. In this remarkable photo, you can see the entire plane jammed with fleeing Afghans.
There were a number of flights like this, and there actually quite possibly could have been a flight with more people than you actually see in this picture, which is amazing.
What a mess. What a mess. This guy Biden is the worst we've ever had. The worst. Hello.
Hello. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You too.
A question about this tragic shooting in Washington, D.C. U.S. officials say that the suspect worked very closely with the CIA in Afghanistan for years, that he was vetted, and the vetting came up clean.
He went cuckoo. I mean, he went nuts. And that happens, too. It happens too often with these people. You see them. But look, this is how they come in. This is how they're standing on top of each other, and that's an airplane. There was no vetting or anything. They came in unvetted, and we have a lot of others in this country. We're going to get them out, but they go cuckoo. Something happens to them.
Your DOJ IG just reported this year that there was thorough vetting by DHS and by the FBI of these Afghans who were brought into the U.S. So why do you blame the Biden administration?
Because they let them in. Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person? Because they came on a plane along with thousands of other people that shouldn't be here, and you're just asking questions because you're a stupid person. And there's a law passed that it's almost impossible not to get them out. You can't get them out once they come in. And they came in, and they were unvetted, they were unchecked, there were many of them, and they came in on big planes, and it was disgraceful.
It's an awfully small distraction. It'll get bigger.
It's time to build back better.
Because it's all part of the plan.
Yep, that's what it is. Common sense says it. It's all part of the plan. Let's be real. They want to flood America with illegal aliens, not undocumented citizens. Illegal aliens. Let's be real. Let's call it for what it is. For what? So all these illegal aliens can appreciate being allowed into our country, the best country in the world, America, so they can vote. Because I'm sure you've seen, it's common sense. It's obvious. It's out there. Do your research. Don't be a fucking idiot like these assholes on the wrong. Not the left. Because if they're wrong, they're wrong. They're not right. Just saying. This is my version. And, you know, Zavadi, you are the shit. That's why I share your stuff all the time. But I had to. I just had to.
Mr. President, good to see you. Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
A question about this tragic shooting in Washington, D.C. U.S. officials say that the suspect worked very closely with the CIA in Afghanistan for years, that he was vetted, and the vetting came up clean.
He went cuckoo. I mean, he went nuts. And that happens too. It happens too often with these people. You see them. But look, this is how they come in. This is how they're standing on top of each other, and that's an airplane. There was no vetting or anything. They came in unvetted. And we have a lot of others in this country. We're going to get them out. But they go cuckoo. Something happens to them.
Your DOJ IG just reported this year that there was thorough vetting by DHS and by the FBI of these Afghans who were brought into the U.S. So why do you blame the Biden administration?
Because they let them in. Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person? Because they came on a plane along with thousands of other people that shouldn't be here, and you're just asking questions because you're a stupid person.
Hello, yes, police? Yeah, I'd like to report a murder.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Welcome to the Common Sense and Random Shit Show.
Yeah, I know. I had to plug the show a little bit because, you know, I swear. I got 102 subscribers, so if you're not subscribed yet, please do so. That's the only way that this channel is going to grow, obviously. And as I've mentioned before, I'm not monetized. I don't make a penny whatsoever. I actually pay to be able to go live. I use a website. We stream. It's no secret. A lot of people use that. And I pay $11 to X to be able to stream live on X. You got to pay to stream. It's whatever. It's a few bucks here and there. Sometimes I cancel it because I can't afford the whole thing. And I do Rumble and blah, 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 blah. But you know what? I've mentioned before, you guys are like my therapist. I don't talk politics at the house. My wife's not into politics. To her, it's just a miserable thing, which it is because she loves her country as well, just like I do. But she knows Trump is right for this country. She used to hate him, not because of any politics, but because of the show. She always says, I used to hate him on the show. He's such an arrogant prick. And let's be real. Trump can't be an arrogant prick. So can I. I'm an arrogant prick, especially at work. I say it all the time. I'm an asshole. I'm a big teddy bear. But I'm also an asshole because if you come at me with the dumbest question I've ever heard, I'm going to be a dick. I'm sorry. And this is one of the reasons I respect Trump for the way he is. I kind of see myself when he speaks up because most Americans shouldn't hold back. And Trump doesn't. They may not like it. Fuck them. I don't care. It's whatever. I've mentioned before, I had TDS. Not because I was a Democrat, but because I used to listen to the wrong media. Not left-wing, wrong. Because if they ain't right, they're wrong. And as I said before, back in the day, me growing up, people used to hate the media, but not because they were lying, but because they were telling the truth, no matter who they hurt. Now, they want to hurt everyone. So, you know, if you're watching the acronyms, stop. Do your research. I always say. And it's Christmas time. Thanksgiving is over. Holy shit. I actually had Thanksgiving yesterday. Again, as I was working out. I mean, not as I was working out. After I worked out, that was my protein intake. Turkey. Because, you know, I was a big turkey. And there's plenty of leftovers. I'm just saying. And it's funny because I got a little boo-boo. Because when I was working out, I guess, I made a little faux pas. And I was going to lift some weight. I'm not going to mention what. Because I don't want to brag. And apparently I put the hook on wrong. And I went flying. Halfway across the living room and got a carpet burn. Doesn't feel good. Yeah, as I was saying, Christmas time has begun, even though, according to Wally World, it started before Halloween. Anyway, 6-gun siren. I share this shit all the time. This time I'm going to go out. I'm going to thank you again. I love you guys. Love everyone. Stay true to the red, white, and blue. Please, if you're subscribed, watch my shit. Got 102 subscribers and barely anyone watches me. I get more views on Facebook. Let's be real. Come on. What's going on? I'm here to entertain you. I've said it before. I'm not here to give you some somber bullshit. I'm just here to entertain you. Yes, some of the stuff may be a little blah, but I'm going to give you my 2 cents, which is all it's worth these days. Just saying. Anyway, 6-gun siren. This is a really, 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 really cool Christmas song. And it is what it is. You already know. Have a great weekend. I will see you guys on Monday. You already know. Laters!
Deck the facts and check the feels. Forecast is fragile.
It's snowflake season, they're offended by the breeze. Every jingle, every chuckle needs permission, pretty please. All the shimmer, all the spin, and the LED light. But they melt on contact with anything that's right. Snowflake season, everyone says they have it rough. Till a warm little truth makes the idiots give up. I don't tiptoe around you, cause you cry when I sneeze. I turn up the heat, watch you crumble at the knee. Unique, sure like every 6-point twin. Same formula underneath, drama dresses win. Absolute outrage on a rumor spec. Snows flaking on a claim, you never double check. You call weather harm, you call jokes a crime. You want bubble wrap on language, curfew's on time. I'm rock salt truth in a tire track lane. You're a powder sugar drift on a half-baked pain. If the facts sting, that's just truth, not hate. Thermometers tell Tams they don't invalidate. Cloud comes through when the problem is solved. Sun comes out and the snowflake dissolves. If words are violence, evaluate. You're changing definitions, sealing your fate. It's snowflake season, they're offended by the breeze. Every jingle, every chuckle needs permission, pretty please. All the shimmer, all the spin in the LED light. But they melt on contact with anything that's right. Snowflake season, everyone says they have it rough. Till a warm little truth makes the idiots give up. I don't tiptoe around you, cause you cry when I sneeze. I turn up the heat, watch you crumble at the knees. No more Biggie feelings with the mistletoe of rules. Candy cane logic for your curated schools. Sleigh ride panic at a pun that lands. Then live stream tears for the clout of your brand. Provide a trigger warning for a carol, please. If bells can bruise you, that's a mental disease. I'm chestnuts cracking on an open mic. You're a snow globe shake that mistakes it for a fight. I won't sand down truth so your ego skates. Grip or slip, either way it waits. No script, no code, trigger tantrums, keep pace, face facts, safe space shield. Stay cracked. Winter wonderland ain't eggshell streets. Joy can laugh loud and still be sweet. If peace requires silence from the honest and the sane, that ain't peace. That's ice in your veins. It's snowflake season, they're offended by the breeze. Every jingle, every chuckle needs permission, pretty please. All the shimmer, all the spinning in the LED light. But they melt on contact with anything that's right. Snowflake season, everyone says they have it rough. Till a warm little truth makes the idiots give up. I don't tiptoe around you, cause you cry when I sneeze. I turn up the heat, watch you crumble at the knees.